We've been here before, fighting against the things that make us unhealthy, fearful, and lonely. While fitness centers closed their doors, we opened ours wider. We ran towards the front lines, providing childcare, food, support, and hope. We charged forward. As you begin to reset your life, consider joining more than a fitness center. We are a movement that says yes. Yes to the vulnerable. Yes to the isolated. And yes to swimming, fitness, and Zumba. The YMCA is so much more than a gym. We are a cause. A cause for a better us. Join a cause.
Good morning, YMCA Greater Brandywine family. So happy to be with you here today. Thank you for joining me. I see quite a few folks popped on this morning. Hi, Hilda. Hi, Karen. And so glad that I can be with you. It is yoga morning, and we will go through a nice Vinyasa, which is actually a flow. So we will be going through some flow and working on some other stretches today. I did bring a strap with me today. If you have one, great. If not, no worries. If you want to just pop and take a moment and maybe get like a long towel, you can use a towel to do that also. So if you want to take a moment and go ahead and do that and grab yourself a towel. I will continue with that moment of relaxation at the end. So if you're able to stay and do the relaxation, that's great. Grab yourself a blanket and, be kind to yourself and give yourself that moment to breathe. If you are new, welcome. I will go through and explain things. I did kind of slow it down a little bit, making sure that everybody, especially with our new people, they were able to follow along. Those of you that have been doing it, if you want to speed up your flow, you could always do that, and then we'll just catch up with you, or, vice versa. Whenever you need to, remember this is your practice, so do what feels good for you today. That may be different from yesterday. So again, just listen to your body, listen to yourself. This is no judgment zone, right? So we want to be kind. We don't want to judge ourselves. And we're not going to all look the same. You're not with other people at the moment, but even when you're in a class format where there are people, you're not going to look the same. We all are built differently, and so your down dog's going to look different than my down dog, your warrior one. So just think about how you feel, and I'll try to give you some cues on, what you want to be focusing on. But this is all about just kind of moving through, opening up the body. allowing the positive energy and the breath to kind of flow through. All right, so if you grabbed a towel, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's come down to a seated position. And again, you can cross your legs if that's what feels comfortable for you. You can also just sit up here like Thunderbolt onto your heels, sitting here if that feels right. Otherwise, cross your legs. We're going to sit up onto those sit bones here. Relax our hands to our knees. And we're going to come to our breath. So we're going to breathe through our nose, inhaling through the nose nice and full, filling the belly with the breath. And then again, exhaling through the nose. And just a reminder, if that doesn't feel comfortable for you, the nasal breathing, that's okay. You can just breathe. And maybe just practice a couple times through the nose. As you breathe and you come to your breath, I want you to use the breath to help relax right here. Relax the shoulders from the ears right now. Letting go of all the outside distractions and putting the focus on your practice and yourself this morning. So you're feeling the belly with the breath, like the lungs as two balloons, and then exhaling, pushing all that air out and filling it with a fresh breath. And let that freshness just expand into the area around you, giving you light and positive energy. We're going to go ahead and start to move with our breath. Our hands will cup our knees. As we inhale, as we roll back, stretch back. And then pressing the chest forward here as we stretch. Exhale. So just coming to and fro. And you can always use some imagery here as you imagine yourself that you're that wave. And then you're just coming back and forth on the sandy beach. And maybe imagine what beach you're at. Maybe you have a favorite beach that you just imagine yourself out right there, right now, in that warm water, just coming to and fro. As we come forward here, start to move ourselves in that circle motion like a clock, just circling around. And as we change this movement, we check in. We see how we're feeling, where those tension areas are, and we take it to the breath there. And reverse, come the other direction. And I always say, give yourself permission to pause and hold that stretch. If that's what feels good for you, just hold it there. And let's come back to center. Inhale as we bring those arms up and overhead. Exhale, right arm comes down, left arm floats over as we reach. And then inhale, bend the elbow just a little bit, and then exhale, really stretch and extend to the fingertips. From the hip all the way over. So inhale as we sweep to the other side. And then exhale here as we reach across. A little bend on the elbow. And then exhale as we just reach like we are pulling that little string from our hip to our pinky. Inhale as we bring those arms up overhead. Lengthen here. And then exhale, pull those shoulders blades down. Inhale here. Now we lift up. Exhale. Go ahead, right arm down and reach. And inhale, float to the other side. And exhale, reach. This time, let's add a little twist. Inhale as we reach to center. Exhale, that left arm comes across gently the right thigh. And then we're just going to lift up through the crown of the head. Very gentle stretch here. Not too much of a push, just as we warm up. Inhale, reach, and then twist and lower. Sitting up on the sit bones, lengthen the spine. And now inhale as we come to center. Exhale, let's reach those hands behind us. We're going to unwind our feet today, toes facing the front of the mat. Bring the fingertips here to the heels and lift up here in that reverse tabletop, or they call that like plane, half plane. Open up the shoulders, feel the stretch. Press into the feet. Turn your gaze to the sky. A few more breaths here. then slowly release the hips to the floor. And we're going to sweep those feet behind us. Place the hands here underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Draw those shoulder blades down here. Coming here as we go ahead, we inhale, coming into that cat stretches. We exhale, we drop the crown of the head and the tailbone, open up. And then slowly inhale as we roll through. We gaze up. And then exhale as we come through. Drop the tailbone and the crown of the head. And then gaze up. And again, rolling through. Always being aware of how we're feeling. Open up the back. And release. Now this time, let's inhale as we roll the toes under. Exhale, press back into your first down dog of the morning. So you're going to find your base here. I want you to have the arms coming out from the shoulders. The pits of the elbows coming inside towards the ears. The heels just gently working their way towards the back of the mat, towards the floor, but we're not pressing too deep here. Let's go ahead and then just pedal those feet out, inhaling and exhaling. And with this, you can slow this down, enjoying that moment. Just move about here. Let your hips move from side to side. If you feel too much here, you can always come down onto your forearms here and pedal out as you let those arms warm up or walk yourself up. Good. Let's go ahead. Inhale, soften the knees. I want you to look to your hands, walking those feet to the hands. Heels come underneath the hips. And then just fold here, but keep the knees bent. Fold, hang forward. We're allowing gravity to help us out here this morning. Let's go ahead and just move from side to side. Releasing that tension. Good. And let's just take some circles this morning. Circle the arms out, back. And then circle forward. Beautiful. And bring it back to center. Cross the hands, place the hands in the crooks of the elbows, gently shaking that head. Yes. Yes, I give myself permission to be here today, to be present, to let it go of all the negativity, and shake the head no from side to side. No negative thoughts, and shake the head yes. Draw that positive intention in your mind. And releasing the fingertips to the toes. Let's inhale as we come up into half lift prepare. So we've got a flat back. Your hands may even be up here onto your thighs, or they're at your shins. We're not pressing into our knees. And then we're going to exhale when we come to that next breath. Fold down. Inhale as we lift up, lengthen. Exhaling as we fold. One more time. Inhale as we lift up and lengthen. Exhaling as we fold. This time, inhale, soften the knees. Reverse swan dive. Bring those arms outside. Hinging from the hips. Feeling pressing through the floor. Little back bend is optional. Palms come through here to heart center. Beautiful. Coming to the front of your mat if you're not there. Releasing your arms here. Standing into mountain. Breathe. I want you to hold here for a moment. Feel yourself rooted into the earth. That is that mountain. Our chest is open. Our shoulder blades are drawing down our spines. We're doing a nice lift here into the pelvis, into the belly. And then come up here into extended. Inhale. And let's exhale as we fold through. Inhale, prepare, gazing up, half lift. Palms come down. Step back into the high plank position. Now you can come to the knees. Hands are underneath the shoulders. We fold the feet flat. We come down. And then we open up into cobra. So open the heart, elbows back. Lower down. Pull that belly in as you press back into your down dog. Exhale. Holding here for 3 breaths. Last breath here. Then on that next inhale, soften the knees, look to the hands. Our feet will come to our hands. We're going to lift up and lengthen into the half lift. Prepare. Exhaling as you fold. Inhaling as you sweep. Back bend is optional. And then we're going to fold right all the way down today. Inhale, prepare, gazing up. Palms come down, soften the knees, step back into the high plank position. Very strong through the core here, through the center. Knees can come down, toes come flat. We open up into cobra as we open the heart. We lower and then we press up. Exhale down and breathe. Just coming to your breath. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. And now inhales, we soften the knees. We look to the hands. We bring those feet to the hands, lifting up into half lift, prepare. Folding over on that exhale. Inhale, sweep. And exhale, fold all the way through to the toes. Inhale, gazing up, half lift. Palms come down, stepping back. And you can always use the knees. I'm going to do that in the first series here. Open up with your cobra. Lower down, lengthen the neck, press back down, exhale. We're going to go ahead, inhale. Lifting that right leg up here nice and long. Press it back, press it back. So we call this either three-legged dog or a dog split. Breathe. I just want you to stretch it out here. And then slowly bring it down and exhale. Press back. Switching sides. Inhale. Kick back. Lengthen. Exhale. Push and hold. And slowly inhale. Exhale. Back to your down dog. Exhale. Inhale. Soften the knees. Look to the hands. Feet come to the hands. Lifting to that half lift. Prepare. Folding over. Inhale, sweep. We're going to exhale to heart center here. Exhaling, coming through. Making sure that we are centered and focused. We're going to inhale as we lift up. Sit back, Utkatasana. So sit back here into that fierce chair pose. Sitting the hips back, feeling the weight there into the heels. Breathing here. Remember, you can always just bring those hands to prayer, drawing those shoulders down. This is your practice. Do what feels good for you. We're just getting a little warmth here into those thighs, into the belly. Beautiful. Take one more breath. And then inhale as you extend. Exhaling as you fold. Inhale, prepare, gazing up. Palms come down. Step back into the high plank position. You can stay in high plank if you want to. Shift the weight forward a little bit, coming into chaturanga, low plank. We're going to open up here into up dog. So up on the tops of the feet, thighs are up. Exhale, draw the belly in into that downward facing dog. Inhale. We're going to go ahead, right leg reaches. Pull that right foot to the right hand. Coming into low lunge. So we are in low lunge here. We're straddling the foot with our hands. If we can, that leg is long in the back, but it can always be here to the floor. Knee can be down, up to you, or you're here. Just feeling that knee stacking over the ankle, opening up, stretching up through that hip flexor. Beautiful. Palms come down as we inhale. We're going to go ahead, kick the leg up to the sky, stretch it long again, three-legged dog. Bring it forward into that plank, lower down, and then open up into up. Press back again into down. Exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches long. So switching sides, pull the foot to the hands. Straddle that foot with the hands for a moment. Draw the shoulder blades back, and you can do a little lift up here, right? So you're kind of gazing up just slightly to the mat, to the floor in front of you. You can always drop the knee, flatten the foot. Breathing here. One more breath. And then inhale, palms come down. Kick that leg up to the sky, stretch it long. Come forward into the high plank. And then you can lower down here, chaturanga. Inhale as you lift up, up. And then press back, exhale, into down. Breathe. And remember, whenever you need to, bring those knees to the floor when you go through that flow. Don't need to be up on those toes. Inhale, soften the knees, look to the hands. Feet come to the hands as we lift up into that half lift. Prepare and lengthen. Folding over here as we exhale. Inhale, sweep to the top, hinge from the hips, pull the belly in, up through the inner thighs. Exhale, Utkatasana. So here, nice and strong. Draw those shoulder blades back. We like to get a little warmth in the thighs, a little fire in the belly, right? As we sit back, breathing here. And now inhale as we lift, a little back bend optional. Folding over. Inhale, prepare, half lift, lengthen the spine. Palms come down, step back again in a high plank position, shifting the weight forward. We're gonna lower down chaturanga. Open up as we inhale into up dog. Roll the toes under, exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches. Pull the right foot to the right hand again. Now you can stay here into low lunge, or we're gonna sweep ourselves up into that crescent lunge. Up here. And again, even though you're up, you can always drop the foot. Arms can be extended, or remember, if that's too much, just bring it here to prayer. Press it forward. Feel the length and then the power in that front leg as we lift. Good. Inhale, palms come down. We're going to go ahead, step back here. Kick the leg high. We're doing lots of kicks and stretches today. Come forward into that high plank, lowering down and open up. Press back into down. Exhale. Switching sides, left leg reaches. Pull the foot to the hand. Straddle here. You can sweep all the way up into that, or remember, you can have the back knee down. The foot comes flat, lifting here. Hips come forward. You can check the knee, stacking over the ankle. Breathing here. So your hips, belly button, facing the top of your mat. Beautiful. Palms come down as you inhale. Go ahead and take that left leg, kick it up to the sky for that stretch. Come forward here into that strong high plank. Again, you can bring it to the knees. It's up to you. Lower down and come up here into up dog, tops of the feet. Open up the heart. Exhale into down. Breathing here. Whenever you need to, you can always come into your child's pose. So arms can be extended. You can sit back to your heels. Right? That can be restorative, or some people find the down dog restorative right here. So inhales, we soften the knees, we look to the hands, and our feet come to the hands, lifting up into half lift, prepare. Folding over as you exhale. Inhale, sweep to the top. Soften the knees, bring it up, and come here to center. So holding here to center, coming to prayer. Recentering yourself. Adding on, you do what feels good for you. Inhale as we open. Exhale, come back to that Utkatasana. So right here into that fierce pose. Good. Arms are going to come forward here, as we call those, kind of almost like zombie arms here. If you need to heel toe out to get a little bit more base underneath, go ahead. Otherwise, you can keep the big toes and the heels together. Draw the shoulder blades back. We're going to go ahead, inhale. On that exhale, roll up onto the toes and the balls of the feet. So just peel the heels up off the floor, right? That's that little balance right there, going into some balance this morning. Draw the shoulder blades back. If you cannot do that, then bring those heels back to the floor. You do what's good for you, or you're up and you're balancing. Take another breath here. Maybe just drop it a little bit lower right here. Good. And then we're going to go ahead. Inhale as we come up. Drop the heels down. Exhale as we fold through. Inhale, prepare half lift. Palms come down. Step back, float back, jump back, high plank position. Lowering down chaturanga. Inhale as you open up into your up dog, tops of your feet. Exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches, stretch it long. Bring the right foot to the right hand, sweeping up again into that crescent lunge. Bring it here and hold. Beautiful. Pull the back knee away from the mat. Check it out. Toes, front toes facing the front of your mat, front knee stacking over. Drop it just a little bit lower. Beautiful. Inhale, palms come here to heart center. As we exhale, left tricep or elbow is going to come towards the outside of that right thigh. And we're coming to twisting. So we're the twisting prayer into that nice lunge. You can always bring that left hand down inside if you need that support, and then even extend that top arm. Or we're going into just a deeper twist where we're coming across the thigh. We're pulling the back knee. So feel the glutes active here. So squeeze the glutes, support. Take another breath. And then go ahead, inhale to come back to center. Palms come down. Kick the right leg up to the sky. Come forward here again. You can let that leg kind of hang a little bit, just adding a little element of a challenge, lifting up into up. Press back, exhale, into down. Inhale, left leg reaches. Pull the left foot to the left hand. We're going to go ahead and sweep ourselves up again into that crescent. Exhale. So you want to focus, right? I'm going to pause for just a minute. That your hips are spinning to the front of the mat, the belly button here. So you feel the stretch up into that right hip. Feel the strength in the legs, the glutes. Arms are up. And then bring them here to prayer. Inhale. And then we're going to rotate here to the outside of the thigh. So twisting. And I want you to think about, okay, how does this feel different from the other side? Now, you can also drop that back knee, right? Remember that. You do not have to be up in that full lunge. Working on the twist here, revolving. We are rinsing out. So we rinse out that negativity. We open up so that that oxygen can flow through the body and energize us. And you're here, so if you're down, you're going to place the palms, come out of that, palms to the floor. Go ahead and lift up. Kick the left leg to the sky. Go ahead and come forward here into that high plank. Nice and strong, lowering down. You can have that leg and then lift up into your up dog. And then exhale, press back into that down. Breathe. Always giving permission to go wherever you need to go to. Inhale, soften the knees, look to the hands. Feet come to the hands. Again, I'm going to do a little jump here, pulling the belly in tight as I lift up into my half lift. Prepare. Folding over as you exhale. Inhale as we sweep to the top. Coming right into Utkatasana, so sit back again, nice and strong, right here. Breathing. We're going to go ahead and bring those arms behind us this morning. Clasp the hands together and then draw those down our tailbone. Lift the chest here. Breathe as you sit back. So just a nice opening of the shoulders. Breathing here. Take one more breath. Inhale as we lift. Folding over, exhale. Inhale, prepare, gazing up. Palms come down, step back, float back into that high plank position, shifting the weight forward, lowering down, chaturanga. Opening up into up dog. Press back, exhale, into down dog. Inhale. Right leg reaches, sweep the right foot to the right hand. Coming up again into your crescent lunge and lift and press. Strong here, pull the back knee away. Beautiful. Inhale, we're going to come right into revolving. So revolving here, 3 breaths. 3 breaths here. Twisting, if you can, pulling that left breastbone, that pulling it up to the sky as we open up. And then inhale as we come back to center. Exhale, drop the back heel to the floor. Come into warrior 2, right into warrior 2. Proud warrior. So your hips are open the length of the mat here. All right, we're going to hold there for just a few more breaths. We're lining up that front heel with the inside of that back heel. Stacking the front knee. We are opening up that front hip. We're pulling the back knee away. Activating the quads up into the hips. Draw the shoulder blades down. Pull here. Beautiful. Take another breath here. Coming back into reverse. If you need to come out of that leg, right, I remind you, you can do that or you're staying into that deeper lunge, do what's good for you. Coming forward here into right angle side stretch. Forearm onto the thigh. Arm extends and lengthens here. Open up. If that does not feel comfortable, remember you can sweep that arm around. I'm also going to go ahead and take 3 breaths if you want to come in the bound position. Breathing here. Find the breath, slow it down. 1 more. And then on your next inhale, release. Windmill the hands on the mat. Go ahead and kick that front leg back behind you so that right leg comes back. Go ahead and fold the foot to the buttocks and make some nice circles in the sky to open up that hip. Give it some lovin'. And reverse. And then go ahead and kick the leg long. Come back into that 3-legged dog, or they call that the dog split there. And then come forward into your high plank, belly tight. Let that leg hang, squeeze and hold. Pull that knee into the opposite elbow. So left knee to right elbow, pull. And then other side, pull. And then other side. So knee to knee. Grab that belly, squeeze it tight. You can do it. You can always drop that one knee to the floor, right? You don't have to be in that long line. One more time, squeeze it in. Work the core. Slowly lowering down, chaturanga, lifting up into up. Exhale, into down. Take 3 breaths here. Getting ready to move to the other side. Can always be child's pose. Inhale, go ahead. Switching sides, left leg reaches, pull that foot to the hand, sweeping up into your crescent lunge. Exhale. Beautiful. Palms come here to heart center. Going right into that revolving here. 3 breaths here. Reminding ourselves, so pulling that upper breastbone up to the sky. If you can have your gaze go up, great. If not, no worries. Engage those glutes, right? Help them support the pose. 1 more breath. And then inhales, you lift up. Exhale, come into warrior 2, proud warrior. So right into your warrior 2. So your hips are open to the length of that. You spun the back heel onto the floor, turning in about 45 degrees. Draw those shoulder blades down the spine. Open up that knee. Maybe just take it just a little bit more to that edge. Nice and strong right here. Good morning, Vincent. Thanks for being here. We're to go ahead, come back into that reverse exalted. Some people like to use this as a moment of restoration, so they straighten the leg out a little bit. That's okay. Always giving ourselves permission. Pull those quads up to the hips. Open up with the chest. Coming forward here, right angle side stretch, so forearm can come to the thigh. And open up here as you extend. Open up the chest. Now you can stay here, all right? Or we went into bound. If you want, arm can come behind, hands can wrap around. Think about the length in the spine, from the shoulder to the hip to the ankle. You can turn the gaze up. Glutes engage, brace the belly. 1 more breath. Inhale here as you windmill the hands to the mat. Go ahead and kick that leg up to the sky. Stretch it out, fold the foot to the buttocks, and make circles into the sky. And reverse. Extend 3-legged kick, come forward here into that high plank position. We're gonna go ahead, pull that knee across, the opposite elbow, squeeze and hold, and extend back. And then right into that same elbow and press back. So we're going crisscross. Cross the body, extend back, right to that elbow to the front, press back. Again, you can come to the knees right here and press back. belly in tight. One more time each side. You can do it. Squeeze and crunch the abs. Last one. You got it. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale and open. Press back, exhale down. Breathing here. Yes, you can always come to that child's pose. Open up the knees, sit back to the heels, sweeping those fingertips to the toes. One more breath here. Inhale as we sweep those arms overhead. Exhale, come up into our downward facing dog. Breathing. I want you to just check in for a moment. How does it feel? How does that length feel? Up the backs of the legs and the arms and into the shoulders. Do you feel that that down dog is just a little bit bigger than what it was when you first started this morning? Turning those pits of the elbows inside. Last breath here. Inhale, soften the knees, look to the hands. Feet come to the hands as we lift up again. Into half lift, prepare. Exhaling here as we fold. Soften the knees, inhale as we sweep to the top. And exhale here to center. Nicely done. We're going to stay standing just for a minute to go into even like a little balancing today. I'm going to grab myself the strap, and then if you have a long towel, you can do that. You can also, if you have a chair, you can bring a chair along with us. Okay, so with our strap today, we're going to go start out with a modification of a dancer and then go into that. You may be on your mat, or some people like to come off the mat. They feel like they have a little bit more grip onto the floor, so you can go ahead and do that. We're going to transfer the weight here into our left leg. We're going to take the strap. I'm going to put it here. So this is where you might want a chair or a wall. You can do that. So grab the wall if you need to. And we're going to hook it here to the front of the foot. And then just come back, balance yourself, get yourself ready, put that toe to the floor, right? And then you're just going to kind of grab your hand around that so you're holding that strap nice and tight here. And then transferring that weight into the left leg. Square off those hips. I just want you to start out balancing. That's it. I'm not going to pull the foot back yet. If you know how to do it, if you want to go into your dancer, go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and then just peel the foot off the floor and just gently pull that strap so that you feel the tension in your knee to knee. And then we're going to inhale here. If you want to, just slowly bring that foot up behind you, right? Up towards the buttocks to start out, and then arm can extend. If you want to go more into that dancer, you're going to go ahead. You can maybe wrap up depending on, your flexibility onto the foot. You're going to draw your foot up to the sky, and then you're going to gently pull on with the strap to extend the stretch into the hips and the hip flexor. Your left arm is going to come forward for balance. Now you just come, and then it can come up a little higher. You come to what feels good for you, right? Breathe and hold. Beautiful dancer, imagine where you are. Draw the belly in. Nice, strong, stable leg underneath. And then slowly release it down. And take it off. And a quick little shake. That should have felt beautiful onto that hip. And even if you just didn't tip forward, if you just wrap that around where we started and you kept it just there, knee to knee, or maybe you just gently pulled it back a little bit, that's great. Congratulations. Feel great about what you've done today. We're going to go ahead and switch sides. Wrap it around the front of the foot. We're just going to start out here as we just gently bring the heel towards the glute, and we're knee to knee. Arm can be outside. I'm not so worried about the arms right now. All I want you to do is balance. So find your balance. And then from here, you can then gently push that knee back, draw the foot to the sky, and then you can bring that hand towards the shoulder. And again, maybe you're just here, and then maybe just slightly. Now, press the foot higher. Push in if you can. The idea here is that you're going to actually push your foot into the strap, or if you have your hand, you can do that too. So you can be using your hand here. If you're able to reach your hand, you can come inside. You can do that. And then what we do is we kind of lock it in. We push our foot into our hand, because when we do that, we're going to brace our belly, and that's going to actually help us stabilize a little bit more. Or you're pushing into the strap. Breathe. Push, push, reach, lift, and release. Exhale. Nice little shake. Coming back to center, feeling grounded in your mountain. Breathing here. All right, so we're really working, opening up those hips today. Let's go ahead and inhale here. Exhale, sit back again into Utkatasana. Nice. We're going to go ahead, just bring the arms here out to the outside like you were kind of in airplane. But we're going to lift up that right leg, and we're going to cross it over at the base of the thigh, above the knee, into like your little 4 square here leg cross. All right. You can bring those hands here to prayer. Now, if you want to, you can change this into an eagle. We can bring that leg all the way around, wrap it around, and come here to prayer into your eagle, where you're going to get a little bit more there into the outside of the hips, the glutes here. And you're also going to have a little compression here on the thighs, and that's fine. You can always drop that toe to the floor here for that balance, right? So that little compression here, it's going to help when you release that blood flow. And we're going to go ahead, inhale as we lift up. Maybe just pause for a moment, balance, balance, and release. Shake it out. I know that you are doing amazing at home right now. Can't wait to work it together. Let's go ahead, inhale as you lift. Sit back, Utkatasana, right? Now again, we did that crossover, open up with the knee. Arms can come here, outside, balance. And you may want to stay right here, right? This is where you are. Or, again, you can wrap it around, come into your eagle. So wrap that foot around, and maybe you don't have that ankle flexibility. Don't worry about it. You can bring those hands to prayer. Maybe you want to sink into that a little bit more. Challenge your practice today. Hips are forward. A little compression on the thighs. Beautiful balance. You are beautiful. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, release. Very good. All right, we're going to come down to the mat. I want you to go ahead and bring, if you've got that towel or the strap with you, just bring it along. We're going to come down. I'm going to use that core, crossing maybe that dominant leg in front there. And we're going to go ahead slowly, just sit back into that. Brace the belly. Come down. You can always use your hands here if you need to. Just slowly release onto the mat. Exhale. Great. Beautiful job. Okay. So we're going to grab our strap here, if you have it, or your towel, and we're going to go into this seated boat pose. You can wrap it around your feet. You can pull the shoulder blades down, belly in nice and tight. So we're going to inhale and exhale just as we tip back here and we balance up. And I'm starting out with those feet right into the strap there. Now, if you want to extend the legs, you can, and you can always use that strap for support. So feel the tension. You can open up that strap here to the side, or you can come and wrap it in a little bit and then exhale and extend the legs. Pull the shoulders back, squeeze and hold. And you can use the strap here too, if you want to come down a little bit, come down towards your heels here, and then pull up onto that. So to help you lift here, draw the shoulder blades down and breathe. So you're sort of locking it in here, but use the belly. This is just a guide here, right? But I want you to brace the belly. One more breath, and slowly, maybe pull it in for a moment, brace the belly, and then release the feet to the floor. Nicely done. If you want to, you can release the strap. We're going to do one more time with that boat pose. Bring it back. I want you to sit back a little bit. Feel the weight, balance up here on the sit bones. Now try that boat without the strap, right? And reach. And maybe you're like, no, I want that strap. So grab it. I wanted just to show that to you so that you know that you have that option there. You can also then extend and reach. Pull the belly in, brace, and breathe. I got a little shake going on here today. That's all right. Breathe through that shake. Maybe just take yourself a little bit further onto that edge. And release. Exhale. Finger hips to the ankle. Let's lift up into that half plane. Lift up, gaze to the sky. If you want to, walk the feet out into that full plane. Lift. Breathe. Opening up the shoulders, the hips. Working the core here. Draw the belly and press into the feet. Feel the glutes and the hamstrings. And then slowly releasing here onto the floor. Exhale. So your strap is there. Let's go ahead and bring the strap here onto the feet, around the ball of our feet here. We're going to wrap our hands around. You can walk the legs open if you want, hip width apart. If that just feels a little bit more comfortable here, where you can keep them together, it's up to you. So using that strap today, draw the shoulder blades down. Inhale. Exhale as we hinge forward here from the hips, and we just kind of gaze towards our toes. We pull that rib cage down, and we just gently pull onto the strap to deepen the stretch. Now you can walk your hands down a little bit more, and if you don't have a strap and you just want to reach for your toes, you can do that. But I wanted to give you that ability to have that strap here. And again, we haven't collapsed into this yet. I want you to pull the shoulder blades down, hinge here, so you feel that stretch up the back of the thighs, where the glutes meet the cheeks. Oh yeah, breathe it in. Go deeper if you want to. Fold into that now as you exhale. And now inhale as we bring ourselves up. You can hold on to that strap if you'd like to. We're going to scoop the belly and slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. So lowering yourself down, scoop it out. You can use that strap or towel for support or not, right? You don't have to do that. I'm releasing onto your mat. We are not done. I know we're coming onto our back, but we're not done yet. We're actually going to take us into a spider today. So I want you to go ahead and keep the strap here onto your right foot, and then pull the knee into the chest, and then just grab the strap with one hand and walk it up about halfway towards your knee, so you've got a bent knee position. And then you're going to go ahead, your left leg is extended onto the mat, and you're just going to gently put your left hand on your thigh, because you want that, and you're just going to do a gentle pressure here because we want to keep that on the floor. And you're going to flex that left foot, and then inhale, exhale, extend the right leg, and then gently pull it in here. All right, now to make a full spider, then you're going to go ahead, inhale, and then exhale as you lift the head, the neck, and the shoulder blades up off the mat and look to your toe. Now, some of you may be really having a big long leg coming up towards your nose here. It doesn't matter. If that works for you, you have that flexibility, great. I do not have that, as you can see, but I'm lifting up, I'm pulling my abs in. I'm gently pressing here onto my left thigh, extending, so I'm into that spider. So this is great core work. At the same time, you're stretching and strengthening. And then slowly release down, brace the abs as you come down, bend the knee. Taking now, you can go ahead, keep that left leg on the mat. We're gonna reach with the strap now. Our left hand comes across, our right hand comes open, and let's just take this right leg across the body. And you can go ahead, I want you to try to, keep those, that left glute onto the floor here. And then gently just pull that right foot over. Knee can be like in line with the hip. If you feel comfortable, you can always kick and extend that leg again, taking another stretch off to the side. Left hamstring is still on the mat, that leg that's extended towards the back of the mat. And then slowly bend the knee, and we're gonna help ourselves back to the center. Beautiful. Let's go ahead, bring both knees into the chest here. Exhale. We're going to switch sides, so let's place that left foot into the strap going into our spider. Our right leg is going to extend onto the floor. Beautiful. Bent knee, inhale. Exhale as you extend that leg up. Flex the foot. Walk the hands up and pull it in a little bit. Gently. Right hand gently just presses down to help keep that thigh to the mat. So you feel that opposition there, right? The opposition of the left, that right hip opening up onto the floor, and then the stretching up of the left hamstring. And then go ahead and exhale as you rise up. You crunch into the spider, and you can walk those hands up here, gently pulling in. See, you see that leg will want to pop up, right? That bottom leg, but gently just press down on that. Hold that down and lift and breathe. Maybe lift a little bit more. Make sure you're bracing that belly. Lift. Press. Opposition here. Slowly lowering down. Bend at the knee. We're going to go ahead and switch, bringing that now, the strap into that right hand. Left arm comes open to the outside, and we're gently just going to bring that leg across that thigh. Bottom leg, we're going to keep that cheek to the mat. Feeling the stretch here into that left hip. You can stay with the bent leg, right? Or we extended, and we did extend it out, and you can gently pull up onto that foot. Right? Feel that there. Breathe. One more breath. And then slowly you can bend that knee or straighten it out. Draw the belly in as you bring yourself back to center. Exhale. Let's go ahead and release the strap right here off to the side. Finishing up here today. Come in here, bent leg position. Lift the feet up off the floor. Inhale, exhale as we extend the legs up to the sky. Draw the shoulder blades down. We're going to slowly lower here our feet to the floor, coming into relaxation. But I want you to really kind of brace your belly and work your way down. You can have bent knee or even maybe just do one leg today. Otherwise, your legs are extended here. Drawing the shoulder blades into the mat, palms are at your side. And then slowly lower down towards the mat. Brace the belly. You might need to take more than one breath. You can also, if you want to, lift your head and reach and maybe pause for a moment. Lift up. And then slowly again, come back. Releasing into the mat. Exhale. Finding your relaxation posture. You can be here, you can open the palms to the sky, let the legs kind of just fold open. Or if you need to, you can walk the feet in, bent leg position, feet out to the outside of the mat, and knees come together like cymbals. If you need to take a moment and hug the knees into the chest, you can do that and rock from side to side before you come into that. And when you're ready, you're coming into that relaxation posture. And I want you to go ahead and take this moment for yourself. Hopefully, you did that during the practice today, and just be kind, humble, and love one another. Just allowing your breath to relax. Melting into the mat, into the floor. When you're ready, I want you to go ahead, bring your awareness back to the room, or you can just continue to lie there. If you're ready, you can go ahead and wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. You can open and close your jaw. And then set yourself a big smile. Let that smile expand outside of the space that you are in for all to enjoy. I can see it. I can feel those smiles. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Slowly bring that right arm overhead. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Roll over onto your right side in a comfortable fetal position. Make your way up to a comfortable seated position. You can rest your hands onto your knees, rest your shoulders away from your ears. Let's finish up with a nice deep breath. Inhale to bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, flow through, energized, release. One more breath, inhale, exhale, come through to heart center. Namaste. I see the light within you and I share it. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful day, and we can't wait to see you again. Thanks for continuing to follow us on Facebook and YouTube here. Have a great one.